Welcome back, guys, to Games and Stories, and where we left off, we were about to talk to Elvrich and do Greg's quest to pick up the stuff for him. Now, let's talk to
Thank
Elvrich.
goodness. The bandits are done for. You have saved my life.
No worries, buddy. So, get your...
Who are you?
My name is Elvrich. I come from town.
Master Thorben told me that you had disappeared.
Those lowly scum dragged me off here and were keeping me prisoner.
Lots of people are missing in town.
I don't know anything about missing people. I can only tell you what happened to me.
What exactly happened to you?
I was on my way to the rendezvous I had set up with my girl. Her name is Lucia. We've been planning to get away to the mountains and away from the town and all those who live there. I had just arrived at the meeting point when suddenly some of these bandits sprang out from the underbrush and captured us both. I put up a fight, of course, but to no avail. There were just too many of them. You didn't happen to see them?
Tell me about Lucia.
A girl from the harbor district. She used to work for that horrible Bromor. She's very pretty.
What did the bandits want with you?
Sometimes I could overhear them at night. I didn't get everything, but I think they wanted to make us slaves.
Where were they going to take you?
To a place somewhere here, on the island of Corinus, but I think one can't get there without a ship. They brought me to a mooring place on the coast. Some pirates were camped out there. One of the bandits approached the pirates to negotiate. They were having a fierce argument. I think the bandit wanted the pirates to ferry him somewhere, along with me, but the pirates wouldn't have it. So the bandits withdrew, and we've been sitting around here ever since. They seemed to be rather at a loss, and then you came.
Where's the pirates' mooring place?
Not far from the harbor of Corinus. When you stand on the quay and look out to the sea, all you need to do is get a boat and go to the right along the coast. The first small bay you come across is the mooring place I was talking about.
Pirates in Corinus?
I don't know very much about them. I first clapped eyes on one of them at the mooring place. They always stay in the background. Every single one of them is a wanted criminal in Corinus. They're afraid of the gallows. That's why you're never going to meet one of them in town.
Okay.
Bromor says Lucia walked off with a golden dish.
Well, if Lucia really stole from Bromor, the bandits will certainly have taken the thing from her.
Where's Lucia now?
We parted ways at the big crossroads in front of Onar's farm. The bandits dragged Lucia off to the woods behind Sekop's farm. May Innos protect her.
Did the bandits who held you captive receive a shipment of weapons?
Oh yes, so many that they could barely carry them. They took the whole caboodle and disappeared towards Sekop's farm.
You should get yourself back to town in a hurry.
What else would I be doing? I'm going straight back to my master Thorben. Will you go look for the bandits?
Well, yes, I think so.
If you find Lucia, get her safely back to town, will you?
I'll see what I can do.
Okay. And we're gonna inform him about Lucia's letter eventually. Lucia's farewell letter. You can pause the video to read the letter, but basically it's a strong goodbye.
Nothing there.
Okay. Leather bag. And shouldn't have opened that. It doesn't really matter. So right now we can... I want to pop a speed potion, to be honest. So we can get to Greg's other two hidey spots just a bit faster. So one should be near the waterfall over here, and one should be near the farm. This entire area has been cleared. We should also pickpocket this guy, if we can. Okay.
What can you
At the moment.
Okay, we learn everything we can from him. Good, good, good. And this is one of the X's for Greg.
I think I've found something.
A silver dish. Good, good, good. And we might as well finish looting up this little spot. So, off screen, I cleared this swampy area near the farm of lurkers. Took a bit of damage, but it doesn't really matter. So, what do we have over here? We have what looks like a paladin's funeral cairn, I think it's called. A cairn, which is basically a mound of rocks. Okay, and a fun fact happened, and I'm really sorry that I didn't catch that on screen. A couple of farmers ended up aggroing the lurkers. They were nameless farmers, so no important plot NPCs or anything. And they ended up dying to the lurkers because they're farmers, they really don't have good weapons or anything. It's just sort of funny. It sometimes happens in the game where enemies are too close to each other. Now let's see, anything else over here? A sickle. This is one of the sickles from the farmers, by the way. Yeah. So did we grab everything? I'm under the impression I missed a tablet or a plant. Yep, this is the tablet I missed. Okay, anything else? One healing plant over here. And that's it for this entire area. Really beautiful place, by the way. And we can talk to the farmers over here as well. Loot this blue elder. But first, let's grab Greg's stuff. Should be annexed behind this farm. And that's the quest for Greg.
I think I've found something.
And that's it. Now, there are only a couple of named NPCs here. Just quickly talk to them. One of them is this little shepherd called Malak. Let's take his purse as well.
Everything all right?
Yet another day laborer who doesn't know where to go? No problem. Talk with our farmer Bengar.
What are you doing here?
I'm the shepherd here. It's not exactly a demanding job, but now and then you really have to watch out, especially if you get too close to the pass.
What do you know about the pass?
Not much, just that it leads to the old Valley of Mines that was surrounded by the barrier until a few weeks ago. Back then, the only thing we farmers had to be afraid of was the monthly caravan that took all kinds of goods to the Valley of Mines. Those cutthroats often made life difficult for us out here.
Where can I find the pass to the old Valley of Mines?
Near the two waterfalls on the other side of the high pastures.
What is it they say about the Valley of Mines?
All sorts of things. Some of the boys say they've heard screams at night. Some have seen strange lights over the mountains. But if you ask me, it's all just old wives' tales.
Have you ever been to the Valley of Mines?
No, but I go near the pass once in a while. Then I always see those two paladins who stand around and keep watch. It looks like they're making sure that nothing comes out of the valley. Back then, the Valley of Mines was a natural prison. If you went in, you never came out again.
Tell me more about the paladins. How long have they been posted there?
A week or two, I suppose. I don't know exactly. Some time ago, there was even a whole troop of them that disappeared into the pass. Since then, I haven't seen them again.
I don't see any women here at all.
You got that right. This is a man's farm, so to speak. Works pretty well, I think.
Don't work too hard.
I'll try.
Okay, and now we can talk to Bengar. And we're really getting some nice experience from this pickpocket.
You are the farmer here?
You could say so, but I'm really just a tenant. All the land here is owned by one big farmer.
How do you make a living?
Mostly hunting and the wood we cut. Of course, we also raise sheep and work the land. Onar saddles me with all these laborers, and I have to keep them busy somehow. Only a few of them are good hunters, you see.
Has anything strange happened around here lately?
Many strange things are happening these days, but none as strange as the mysterious disappearance of Pardos. He's one of my field workers, and certainly not the kind who would drop everything overnight and slink off just like that, you see.
What exactly is so strange about his disappearance?
Pardos is such a timid sort. The furthest he's ever been from the farm is to the end of my fields. He would run away at the mere sight of a meat bug. Those things may not be pretty to look at, but you really couldn't call them dangerous. They say there's people who eat them. Gross.
You get used to it.
Yeah, meat bug ragu, man.
Maybe he was simply fed up.
Working in the fields was his life. I cannot imagine him having gone to work for another farmer. With me, he could do whatever he wanted.
Any clues at all?
I think those bandits must have dragged him off. They've been roaming around this area for days now. I once saw them drag a citizen of the town off to their camp. It looked like they were gonna make him a slave.
Where is this bandit camp?
At the far end of my fields, some steps lead down to a small hollow. That's where they have made themselves at home. I'd like to go look for Pardos there, but there's no way I'm going up against those guys. And you had better give him a wide berth too. They're not known for their sense of humor.
Were the bandits carrying weapons when they passed by here?
What kind of stupid question is that? How would they be bandits if they weren't armed?
I mean a whole load of weapons. A big delivery.
I see. Yes. Now that you mention it, they were carrying lots and lots. Some in barrels, some in bags, and some on the cart they brought.
You're employing day laborers?
Onar sends away the workers he can't use on his farm. Then he sends them to me. I feed them and they work here for me.
What do you think of Onar?
He's a greedy bastard who'll get us all hanged in the end. One of these days, the paladins will come out of the city and make us small farmers bleed for what he's doing here. But I haven't got a choice. The militiamen only come here to collect and not to defend the farm. If I held myself loyal to the city, I'd be very much on my own. At least Onar sends some mercenaries now and then to see how we're doing.
What have you got against the royal troops?
It's obvious. There hasn't been any improvement now that the paladins are in the city. Just the opposite. Now these cursed militiamen come onto our land even more often and steal everything they can, and the paladins don't do a darn thing about it. The only paladins that I've ever seen are the 2 guards at the pass. They wouldn't budge an inch, even if the militia slaughtered us all.
The pass?
Yeah, the pass to the old valley of mines by the waterfalls at the other end of the high pastures. Ask Malik about it. He was there a couple times last week.
So that's it for Bengar. Now, not really certain if we ever talked to the paladins near the pass. They really don't have anything interesting to say. You can ask them about the bandits' delivery, but we've already cleared the 2 bandit camps for the quest. So we're gonna quickly talk to those 2 paladins, then go to transition to Greg. And after we're done with Greg, we're just simply gonna start clearing the area around Onar's farm there. I've already killed some mobs off screen, just a few. Not a lot, usual stuff like wolves and bloodflies. Nothing really fancy.
How's it going?
The area here is extremely dangerous, so you should turn back. We certainly don't want anything to happen to you.
Have any bandits passed by here lately?
No idea what you're talking about. As long as we are on guard duty here, nobody passes, and certainly not any lousy bandits. Ask those peasants back there. Maybe they've seen something.
How's it?
The air...
Okay, and what about you, boy?
Where does this path lead?
Behind the gate lies the pass to the Valley of Mines. We're on this side. On the other, a few orcs have dug themselves in. It's better if you go back. You cannot get through here.
And what if I go at my own risk?
Then you will die. That's why we're here, so that you don't get such stupid ideas.
Now, can't really
I'll never
pass it
get-
because you need a key. You can sort of try to get up here by climbing up or simply use a transformation spell. But you're really not equipped at this point to kill all the orcs on that side unless you use magic. So let's focus up and go back to Greg. Okay, we're back to Greg. And let's give him your stuff. His stuff, I mean.
I found your buried things.
Then you should be carrying about 100 gold coins, a golden chalice, a silver dish, and an amulet, and they're all mine. Give them here.
Damn, he's one greedy bastard.
Here's your stuff. 100 gold coins, a golden chalice, a silver dish, and an amulet.
Very good. You're lucky that you weren't dumb enough to simply take the stuff and run. Here's your share of the booty.
How are things?
So. Those mercenaries aren't much help, really. I had expected them to have a little more guts, at least. But they're just a bunch of braggarts and loudmouths, if you ask me.
What was your business with the mercenaries?
I already told you I'm looking for this fellow in red armor. But the idiots here have no idea what I'm talking about.
I take it you're looking for someone named Dexter?
Damn it, how would I know the fellow's name?
Maybe we should go and see him together.
I've still got a bone to pick with him. I can handle that by myself.
I know where you can find him.
Really? Tell me.
Not far from here. He seems to be the leader of an evil gang of bandits.
Ha! Yup, that's him. I knew the old landlubber'd hold up here somewhere. Now, all I need to do is scour all the hideouts and rat holes around here. I'll find that bastard. Don't need your help for that.
So that's all Greg really has to say on the subject. And FYI, Skip basically marked the location on where you can find Dexter. Really made our map uglier for this business. Now we have a few more minutes to spare, and we are gonna take advantage of these minutes to clear a few undead near Onar's farm. Now, it's very weird that undead are so close to Onar's farm, which leads me to suspect that there was some cut content involved, and the fact that they're most likely fresh spawns in the sense that they weren't here a few weeks ago. And it is related to a certain tomb you can find over here, this creepy, nasty little tomb. But first, let's clear this area. So, gonna use a couple of fireballs to kill one skeleton. That skeleton over there. Bam, bam. Okay, and these couple of skeletons we can pretty much handle. Come on, come on. Okay, that's one of them. Fortunately, we had some healing potions. Now, one skeleton, they are basically humanoid opponents, right? So if you know how to fight humanoids, skeletons should never be much of an issue. Okay, and this guy is almost done. And the reward is some nice experience for our trouble. Should be a couple of more skeletons in front of us. Stone tablet over here. I think that's a stone tablet of strength.
Nothing there.
So what do we have?
Nothing there.
We have a lower skeleton and anything more than a lower skeleton, so a couple of lower skeletons. we can handle these guys. Can actually pop one fireball to weaken him beforehand. Okay. So parry, attack, it's the usual standard stuff. A crit hit would be really nice at this point, thank you. So, yep, halfway through to leveling
Nothing
up.
there, nothing to be had to plunder.
How are we doing on time? So it's gonna be nighttime pretty soon. And what's left? I think we've mostly explored this area. Should be a few more boars, and if I'm not mistaken, should be some goblin berries around here. Definitely gonna take the shrooms we find. Now let's see. Anything else interesting? I know for a fact there are some goblin berries somewhere around this area. Now let's see, any other interesting plants? Some healing plants. Good stuff. Mushrooms. Those are the really important stuff. Okay. Just hearing some flies around me. Not as in blood flies, just the regular kind. Mushrooms over here. Now, the creepy thing about this area is not necessarily the undead that are so close to Onar's farm, although those are an issue, but rather it's the undead that are inside that crypt. I'm gonna show you a neat trick on how to handle that crypt super easily. Let's pop a light scroll, why not? Because it's getting darker and we're nearing the end of the episode, so I think we can pretty much definitely gonna take these herbs. Okie dokie. Should be some goblin berries somewhere around here. We're gonna find them eventually. Probably near a tree or something. Fireweed, thank you. Fire nettle. Lots of plants in this area. And if you explore every possible tree, or if you train your Well of the Wisp to find plants, you can pretty much make sure you've looted everything. Now I think this is a perfect moment to end the episode right here. Off screen I'm gonna loot the area around me for plants. Now, this creepy tomb we're gonna explore in the next episode, and we're gonna level up while we're doing so. So I want to wish you guys a wonderful day as always. Remember, the most important story in the world is your own. And in the next episode, I'll see you guys when we're exploring this creepy cool looking tomb, and we're gonna level up and see what's the story behind it. So cheers guys, and take care of yourselves. See ya.